is up, everyone? Welcome back to Smoke Meteoras, where we go beyond the matches, beyond the entrances, and uncover the moments that shape people, and sometimes the monsters we meet inside the ring. Today's guest has made it very clear that she's not here to make friends, and honestly, I don't think I want to argue with that. So, please welcome Rosaleen Grim.
How are you?
How are you? Absolutely. How are you doing today? Thank you so much for joining us.
I'm great. Happy to be here.
So, this past weekend, we had a little bit of shit go down.
Oh, did something happen this weekend?
Yes, something did happen this weekend.
What happened?
Exactly. It's on your shoulder now, but this past weekend, Miss Taylor One Shot.
Who?
Miss Taylor One Shot. You
heard of her.
You took that belt from her, so let's get a little bit of a story behind that. You guys were previously friends and you kind of blindsided her. So what happened there?
Blindsided? I don't know what you're talking about. First of all, yes, this is my new title. Transgender champion, right here. Drink it in. It's glorious. Bye, sweetie. So yeah, Taylor has had the title for a while, and I feel like Taylor was just picking opponents that she knew she could beat, and so I just didn't really feel like she deserved it, so I took it.
Well, that is how it may be. So going forward, for some of the people who may not have ever seen you wrestle before, who is Rosaleen Grim?
Rosaleen Grim is a dominatrix and powerhouse in the ring. I come in and I clean house. It's not my fault that most of the girls that are picked to wrestle with me are tiny and cute, adorable little things that I tend to just pick up and toss right out of the ring.
So were you always this unsettling, or did something create this person along the way?
I don't have time or energy to be who I'm not. And who I am is this girl. I like fucking shit up. I don't like doing what I'm told. I don't like being told what to do. And I'm gonna show up and I'm gonna clean house and take what I want, like I did with this lovely title.
So if someone were to meet you outside of a wrestling ring, should they be afraid?
I mean, it depends what their motives are, if they're just trying to make friends, I'm happy to make friends with anyone, especially cute girls. But if they think they can start shit, then yes, they should think twice.
So people always want heroes, but why do you think they are so uncomfortable with someone who simply just tells the truth?
That's a good question. I don't know. I don't see myself as being like a particular truth sayer. I feel like there's a lot of people in society right now that are, feel like they're just telling it as it is or speaking uncomfortable truths. And really, you're just an asshole. And maybe you should shut the fuck up once in a while. I am just doing me. I am, I guess, living my truth.
So what do you enjoy the most about making people uncomfortable?
Do I make people uncomfortable?
I guess so.
I don't. Hmm. I think, like I said before, um, it's not my goal to make people uncomfortable. It's my goal to show up and make a statement, which is, I'm here. I am going to fuck shit up. And I'm going to leave. I'm going to be the one that walks out of the ring while you are being carried out. And if what I do while I'm there makes you uncomfortable, that's really on you.
And do you think fans misunderstand you, or do you think they understand you perfectly and just don't like what they see?
Who doesn't like what they see? My fans love seeing me. I don't think I'm misunderstood at all. I think people know exactly what they're getting. I have never set out to deceive anyone. I am not. You might think I'm the villain, but I'm certainly not underhanded or trying to deceive anyone. Like, what you see is what you get, and I will fuck shit up.
So nobody wakes up one morning and just becomes Rosaleen Grim. What are some of the things that inspired you or shaped who you are as a character today? Or as a wrestler today, my apologies.
Um, so much. China was huge. I grew up in that era of wrestling. I was pretty young when we were in that Attitude Era, and she was on, and you know, I I would look at her and just marvel at like what an incredible woman she was. Um, just I mean, she was gorgeous. She was so beautiful, and her physicality, like her not just her size, but her athleticism, the way she would do um, the back handspring into the corner. I love that. She was just an amazing, incredible athlete, and now having like that experience where I walk out and little girls are looking at me like just, that look up of like, I have never seen a woman that looks like this. And I get to give them that experience that I had looking at China. That means a lot to me. And I think it's really cool. So she's up there as probably like my number one, like direct influence in where I want to be.
So, was there ever a moment where you decided that the kindness just wasn't worth it anymore?
The kindness?
Yeah.
Kindness, I'm not an unkind person. Kindness has its place. There's just no room for kindness in that ring.
Couldn't agree more. So, have you always trusted yourself more throughout this journey, or have there been a couple of people that you've trusted throughout it?
I mean, both. You have to like trust in yourself and sort of have faith in yourself if you're gonna survive in this. I think everybody has days where you just shit the bed and have like a fucking horrible training day, or even I have gotten my ass handed to me a couple times in the ring. And if you don't have faith that like you can do this and you belong here, then you're not going to make it. But at the same time, like nobody does it alone. I've benefited immeasurably from the people in my corner, whether it's my trainers, Starting with Brother Greatness, who first started training me, and Kono Capuccio and Gabriel Sky, who train me now. And just my friends, the women that were here before me, and have helped me so much along the way. Dolly Darko, Mercedes Martinez, Amity LaVey, Coraline. These girls, these women are absolute inspirations, and I would not be here without them.
Absolutely. And some of those are some of my favorites on the scene right now. Being a woman myself, I'm a huge, huge women's wrestling fan. So anytime I get the chance to bring a woman on here, we love it. So, what is something that you feel motivates you more, being respected or being feared?
I don't so much care about being respected. If people are gonna, I've never been one to get upset when people are, talking behind my back or whatever. Like, let the little people do what they want. I don't have time for, I'm out here fucking kicking throats in. I don't have time to worry about some fucking nerd like shit talking me because they can't get a match with me or whatever, Who cares? I don't have time for that.
And what is something that you feel people consistently underestimate you for?
So far it's definitely been my experience level. And I think I've only been doing matches for a little over a year. I had my 1-year anniversary in May. So that has definitely caught people off guard that like I do know what I'm doing. And the other thing really is just like the size and strength. People they might be intimidated by me or see the size and strength and be wary of it, but for them to still have the hubris to step into the ring with someone that looks like me is their mistake.
So let's get a little bit more into the mind behind the villain. Every great villain believes that they're actually a hero. And is that something that you believe?
Not particularly. Like I said, I don't have like a wider agenda of I need to do. I get what you're saying. If somebody, you have like a classic villain like the Joker, he is the hero of his own story because he's out there to prove that, Batman is not who he says he is and that he will kill him, eventually. And his greater mission is to like take down the Batman. That's how he views himself as a hero. Me, I am just doing me. I am here for the ride. I'm going to take every opportunity that I can, and I'm going to put one foot in front of the other. And whether, no matter what happens, I'm going to do what it takes. And if that makes me a hero or a villain, I don't much care.
If you could erase one unwritten rule in professional wrestling forever, what would disappear?
Oh my gosh. One unwritten rule. Jeez. I don't know. I would have to think about that. Like, most of the unwritten rules are generally, I feel like, about etiquette. whether it's like etiquette in the locker room or, um, you know, this and that with your opponent or whatever. And I'm generally for those. I think everything runs a little bit more smoothly when um, people are not so egotistical that like they can't shake your hand and say hi in the locker room. Um, you know, I think those rules should be there. Um, you know what I want to see? I want to see more women. I don't know if this is necessarily an unwritten rule, but it's certainly a trend. I do not see a lot of women winning titles that are not women's titles. You know, if you're a big girl and you are on a card where there's a match for a heavyweight title and you weigh more and are bigger than the two guys going after that title, you're kind of just like, why don't I have a shot at that? Yeah, I would like to see more of that. I want to see more women's heavyweight champions, more women's champions for not women specific titles.
All right. So, have you ever surprised yourself during a match, whether it be a move you didn't think you could pull off or having a good match with someone you maybe think you didn't have chemistry with or something around those lines?
Yeah, for sure. The first time I pulled off a gorilla press on someone, that was really cool. It's very, very satisfying to have another girl, excuse me, completely over your head and just hear of the crowd. You know, like everybody goes from cheering to like gasps and absolute silence. And that is a trip until you drop them and then everyone freaks out. It's a good time.
So, when it comes to wrestling, is winning enough or do you need people to remember how you
Can
made
you hear
them
me?
feel? Yes, I can hear you. Can you not hear me? I don't think she
Marissa?
can hear me. I don't think you can hear me. I can hear you. Hold on 1 second. Can you hear me now? No? All right. Let's see. I'm going to message you.
Marissa?
I sent you a message. Because I guess you can't hear me. Sorry about this, guys. All right. Can we hear me now?
Yes. Sorry
All
about that.
right.
I'm not sure what
Not a
happened.
problem. Let's get this technical difficulties slide out of our way and we will get right back on in. So, we were asking, is winning enough or do you need people to remember how you made them feel?
You know, honestly, I think that's more important. Um, what am I saying? Winning is more important. But yes, that is very important to me. Um, what I remember most about matches is the moments with the crowd. Like I was just talking about, the moments where everyone's cheering and then just goes silent. or we hear audible gasps, or you know, the chants, especially when they're like funnier chants. The first show I did at this venue in Brooklyn that I go to every once in a while, I literally got a Rhea Ripley chant in the crowd, which was pretty fucking cool. Yeah, I do care about making people feel a way. I don't so much care about what that way is, if you hate me or love me or whatever. But as long as I made you feel something, that's what I care about. Uh, the like I was talking about with China, like the little girls. Like I love adult fans. Adult fans are awesome. I love doing adult shows. They're a really good time. But little kids are so much fun because they just look at you like you're a superhero, you know? And getting to like take a picture with like a little girl that looks up to you like you're, you know, Wonder Woman walking around. That's it's a trip. That's really cool.
So, outside of wrestling, where do you find peace?
Right there. Can you see that? Worthless bulldog
Yes.
on the bed.
So
Yeah,
cute.
mostly her. Yeah, my dogs are definitely a big source of peace. Um, Finding quiet. I like being in front of a crowd. I love it. I enjoy interacting with people. But I need some alone time too. And I like being in here in my bedroom and like just chilling and listening to a podcast and hanging out with my dog.
Absolutely. So, what is something that you've learned from this journey that nobody prepared you for or nobody could ever teach you themselves?
I feel like this is gonna be one of those questions that like as soon as we log off, I'm gonna have a way better answer for. Because I think about this a lot and I know there's something on like the back of my mind that I'm not gonna be able to call up. Um Something. Rephrase the question. What was the question again? Like the whole.
Something that you learned throughout your journey that nobody could prepare you for or teach you themselves.
Um. I mean, the crowd for sure. Um. Like people will tell you how it feels to be in front of a cheering crowd, but to actually feel it is it's really unlike anything. You know, you have a whole room of people chanting your name, and I don't. I don't feel like there's any way to like adequately prepare for that.
So, if someone is watching this at home who is struggling to be accepted for who they are, what is something that Rosaleen Grim would tell them?
First of all, I think I think too often um, people are too accommodating to other people. They want to be they want to be the version of themselves that they think other people want, um, and you can't do that. You have to like even if you just want people to like you. Um, like I'm not a sociopath. Like I want people to like me. I want to get along with people. Um, but to do that, you have to be yourself. And you have to be a real and true version of yourself, or it's just not going to work. People can sense bullshit and they can tell when you're being fake and just doing or saying something that you think will make them happy. So if people aren't accepting you, then I would do everything you can to get rid of those people, you know? And if it's certainly if it's a situation where like maybe you're younger, maybe you're in school and you can't just like go find another friend group or, you know, go to another school, or you can't like your parents aren't accepting you and you can't just like go get new parents. Like that's a different story. Um, but I think my advice would be more or less the same, is to just, you have to keep doing you. And it's not easy. It might take time, but you will eventually find your people. Um, and when you do, they'll be real people, and they will matter so much more than any fair weather friends you might have kept around by being a people pleaser.
Absolutely. So, looking into the future, if your wrestling story ended tomorrow, what would history have to say about Rosaleen Grim?
She fucked shit up. She came in. She owned that ring when she was in there, even if she didn't win. And she took what she deserved.
So, luckily enough, your story is not ending tomorrow. So, with that being said, what is the legacy that you are trying to build for yourself?
I just want to see how far I can go. Um, I might have some kind of specific goals, like here's the next thing I want to do, or the thing after that. But I don't have any big long-term goals of like, oh, I'll know I've made it when I get to this, or I just absolutely have to make it into the WWE or whatever. Um, I'm old. I'm 38, and I've only been doing this for, like I said, not very long. So my clock is ticking, and I I just want to go as far as I can till I can't go anymore.
All right. And if 10 years from now, whether you're still wrestling or not, if someone were to say your name, what is the first thing that you hope comes to their minds?
I think probably it will just be sort of like a God damn, she was impressive. Um, whether it is my, it's like one thing I always hear from commentators when I'm watching matches back is at some point they're always like, you just have to be in awe of the sheer power of Rosaleen Grim, you know? So something to the effect of God damn, she was a big bitch is probably what we'll hear.
All right. So you have answered all of the questions I've had on a serious note when it comes to wrestling in the ring. But let's see if you can survive my meteor shower. This
No.
is the part where we get into some fun personality questions.
All right,
So,
Marissa, let's go.
if you were to replace the main character of one Disney movie with a professional wrestler, what movie is getting a new character?
Okay. I feel like I can do better than this, but like the first obvious answer has to be like replace Maui with The Rock, which would be pretty funny.
I
Um,
agree.
but let's think. Okay, main character, drop a wrestler in. Let's fucking let's put like we need to put like a China or a Rhea Ripley in like a very typical Disney princess role and just watch her fucking destroy shit. Like I want to see Rhea Ripley's Snow White, um, just like having a beer with the dwarves and then like kicking the shit out of that prince for like sexually assaulting her. Not that I want to see Rhea Ripley getting whatever. But yeah, I think one of our batter bitches in like a very typical demure Disney princess role would be really dope.
All right. You and one wrestler of the opposite gender are now forced to survive the Hunger Games. Who is your partner?
I'm gonna go with Batista. I feel like me and Batista would get along pretty well, and I think we could take some fuckers.
All right. You are now a Pokemon gym leader. What is your type of Pokemon?
Oh man, I feel like it should be like dark. Yeah, I'm gonna go with.
We got the ghost types and all those.
Yeah, I mean maybe that's a lame goth girl answer. Can I have like a how many are there even? How many Pokemon are like dark types and fighting types? Can we do that?
Yeah, I'm down for that.
Any crossover? I can't think of any off the top of my head, but
I'm looking it up because I'm curious myself.
okay, I am a Pokemon fan. you can see my Pidgeotos right here. But I really only know like the first 150 very well. Like I said, I'm old.
Yeah, there's a handful of them that are like the darker fighting type. I just can't pronounce their names.
Okay, so that's what it is. We're the dark fighting gym.
All right. So you can now attend one concert from any point in history. Who is on stage?
This one, okay, this is actually easy for me because I've thought about this. I would say Judas Priest in like the 80s, like go see fucking a Judas Priest concert in the 80s. That would be fucking sick. But my real answer, because he died so young, is AC/DC with Bon Scott. Like when they're playing like shithole punk clubs in Australia, that's what I want to see.
All right. You have to now live inside one video game for the rest of your life. Which video game are you picking?
This is not one I've thought about. Zelda would be dope. It would be fun to live in the Zelda world. Like a lot of fun shit goes down in Zelda world.
All right.
You can have like a cool tree house, little annoying fairy friend.
All right. This is the last one, and it gets a little unhinged. A duck wearing a business suit walks up to you and says, "We need to talk." What is your first response?
I mean, I feel like I'm all ears. Like there's a talking duck in a business suit. I want to hear what he has to say.
All right. So that is everything that I have for you. I honestly can't tell whether I survived that interview or not, but I think you may have allowed me to. So thank you so much for joining me. And to everyone watching at home, if you enjoyed our conversation today, please don't forget to like, subscribe, share, follow, whatever streaming service you're on, whatever makes you follow me, follow me. Take care of all that. And we will see you next time on Smoke Meteoras. But with that being said, and now that I have moved and I live in a new location and I got a new work schedule, our uploading schedule is going to be a little bit different. I wanted to make sure we had an episode this week, so I made sure Miss Rosaleen got a live episode with us. But going forward, we will be airing episodes on Sundays, so we will be back on Sunday with a brand new episode. And this Sunday, we have Dirtbag Dan coming at you. So we will be back on Sunday with that episode with him, and that is everything we have for you today. So thank you again to Ms. Rosaleen Grim for joining us.
Thank you for having me. I'm at Rosaleen Grim. That's Rosaleen, and Grimm with two M's on pretty much every damn thing. So
Absolutely. And if you have any shows or any upcoming events where you may be in our area or may not be in our area, where can we find you?
I believe my next show is gonna be in I'm not sure. I'm not sure what I can announce yet. So I'm actually not sure where my next show is gonna be. But you can always find me at on Long Island at a Remarkable Wrestling show, or in Brooklyn at Queer Punk Outlaws.
Of course. And are there any other newer promotions where you've recently been popping up that may bring you back?
I hope so. One of my favorites that I did earlier this year was Cabo Wrestle, and
Yes.
they Tim over there definitely wants to have me back. We're talking about me coming back in the fall, but that show was an absolute blast, and I will do it as many times as they'll have me.
Absolutely. We love Cabo Wrestle here at Smoke Meteoras, and all the power to Tim with everything that he's been doing out there in the wrestling world. But with that, that is everything that we have for you. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and we will be back on Sunday with Mr. Dirtbag Dan. Thank you all for being here, and we'll catch you next week.
Bye, y'all.